This is just a test to see if this is working well, audio-wise.
Okay, I guess it's good to go. Well, it was a difficult day. I'm really just struggling to get back to coding. I have a lot of things to do. There's business-oriented things, and well, I got a message from Foreverwolffilms from almost a month ago, and that I hadn't seen because it was in my YouTube inbox, which I didn't even know existed anymore. But I have gotten all my Git repositories figured out and documented, and I finally just a bit ago loaded my ResponseDB extension, which was pretty close to releasing, is the way I remember it. But now that's what, 2.5 months ago or 2 months ago or something like this. And Forever Wolf Films had sent me an email. Now this I took as a good omen because, well, for one, I really like Foreverwolffilms. I just have I like artists, and I like artists that whose art I like. And Forever Wolf, you said things that just shock me, that I don't approve of. I also like that. And but also because I've been wondering here, I've had a lot of stuff to do. I mean, I don't even want to go into it, but personal things and things about business, things like, okay, just, setting up the machine and getting all this stuff going. Well, none of that is programming. I like to program. My best day programming is I spend some time on some programming, and the freaking computer behaves and dances for me different at the end. It can just be, oh, look, the colors, or they fade in and out. Look, that slides out now. It could be something that you can't see. It's like, oh, but I know inside it's doing this in the database. But to have something like that and just setting up computers is like slowly only to get to that point. And so as I get back to programming, which is I'm at the precipice of this now, actually looking at code, I have three things that I should do first. And this is narrowed down from a much larger list. For example, I'm sort of into this idea of doing internet sports, but that I think I should have some other things going before I play around with that idea, especially since it's something I want to do with uh, open source. And well, anyway, that's a tangent. So I'm having a little bit of wine in a um, Kona Brewfest glass to finish off the night here. It's 1 o'clock. So the three things are: one is finishing the response DB, which it's so close I should just finish it. Um, Two, though, is a data processing pipeline, um, based on the software I've been writing for the last 6 or 7 years, um, which I have various reasons for wanting to do that, but one is because um, that's can make money, and I sort of have to do that at some point here, and some point not too long away. And or three, I need to set up a website. Now the website thing is because I'm talking to some people about doing web application and website development for them. The kind of websites that have programs behind them, so they're really web-based applications. And people want to see your portfolio and stuff. Well, um, I've worked for an observatory, an astronomical observatory, doing data processing software for the last 10 years. I don't have an up-to-date web portfolio. Um, and plus, I wouldn't necessarily have that anyway. I need to just demo through my own website. Well, I decided, just putting up a website with information about me isn't really that important until I have a product. Um, so that leaves the other two things. And I'm kind of going back and forth. Well, should I do what seems the most practical and get that out of the way because I have people that I can show that demo to, or should I do, this response DB, which is very important to me, relates to my hobby. I know people that would at least have the decency to try it out, and I think it would be useful, but I'm not sure it's monetizable or that I want to monetize it. I mean, quite to the contrary. I know I don't want that to be based on advertising. I don't want it to be a money-making thing. I believe the only way to make money on that is like a Kickstarter for myself or other developers to add to it, but it's sort of fundamentally non-monetizable. So those two ideas, and then Foreverwolf Films sending me an email about it, it's like, okay, yeah, let's just do that, and that's what my heart wants to do. So I think tomorrow I'm going to work on finishing the response DB, and it's basically ready to release, except for now this is going from memory. When I go in there, I'll find the reality of it. But from memory, basically it's ready, except for I don't have it talking to a database server. But I have a database server already, my Novum 9 stuff, and I have all of the software to communicate the search data to a shared database, and that's so that things that one person finds and marks as a part of the response tree, the conversation tree, can be shared with other people, right? Because right now, you go to a video and it keeps the database in your browser's local store and index database, but nobody else can see that. And you've already been there and you've seen it. So for us to help each other discover things requires like a scratch pad on the net. Most of the stuff goes on in the extension in your browser, which means people will chain the ability to retain the ability to control that data. But obviously the point is we want to share it. So yeah, so that's good. There's also all other kinds of messages in here. I didn't even know there was an inbox. My extension had a shortcut to the inbox because I was making it back when they made the inbox link hard to find. But for some reason I thought it went all the way away. So anyway, it all worked. And thanks for the message, Foreverwolf Films. I'm looking forward to working with you as a person to get feedback and help direct this response database. I think I consider you a quality person. Not that anybody else isn't a quality person. I'm sure you're all quality people in your own ways. I just don't know it. And, you know, maybe I don't know that about it forever. Does everybody knows your name, right? I could use your first name. Anyway, I just have a very strong feeling of confidence in the quality of Foreverwolf Films character. So what can I say? All right, and as far as conference report, dude, we need to set, I mean, I'm dealing with a lot of people now that it's like, hey, we'll talk and we'll talk, and including some sales guys stuff, and it's like they literally don't believe in setting a time for a meeting. It's just like, well, we'll try to, you know, we'll try to hook up when it happens. It's like, I'm an engineer. You don't just say, hey, you know, if we're all at the edge of the river at the same time, we'll start building a bridge. That's not how you do it. But, you know, I'm having to adjust. For example, I'm, you know, responding to Skype and keeping Skype open. So, but I got to talk to conference report as well. And I got batteries and the lasers that Gary gave me. Things are finally, you know, the tread is on the top. The tread is hitting the road again. And I've just started drinking a glass of wine. This is just a general euphoria. To be honest, it's because I had a very difficult day and very depressive about things, sort of cynical, and I swear to God, I think I have to set my cycle to just work from like, you know, 7 till 3 as my regular work day. And if I want to work an extra time, then I start earlier or something, because I work better from 9 till 2. Just things go smoothly, and I have more silence and isolation. So, I think I'm going to play some video game and then go to sleep in the next hour. All right, cheers.